All right, everybody. Today we're going to do day 3 of Box and Whisker Plot, reading a graph. Okay. So we're going to start off with a given graph and then we're going to break it down. So I'm just going to draw a number line. So please draw this one. 0. I'm going to go by 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay. And I'm going to draw it out. Okay. So the first two make a whisker, the last two make a whisker, and then these come together. All right. So here's your box and whisker plot. It's already drawn for you. That's all they're giving you today. So you have to come up with the 5 from the left hand. Pinky's minimum, lower quartile, medium, upper quartile, maximum. So minimum, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, maximum. Remember me, quartile 2 is your median. Super important that you understand that's median, middle in the number. Okay, so if this is in order, these are in order too. So it's awesome. This is in order and this is in order. So the minimum is your first dot. So the minimum is your smallest number. Here, our smallest number. So we look down, straight down, where that dot is. Not where the number line starts, but the first dot. The first dot is right on top of the 5. That makes it, the minimum is 5. Then your upper quartile, your quartile 1, which is your lower quartile, also referred to as lower quartile, is your second dot. So that one right there is quartile 1. So just to make sure we got it right, so your lower quartile is 20. Then your medium, your quartile 2, that would be your third dot. That third dot is your quartile 2. So I'm just draw an arrow here. So that, therefore, quartile 2 is 25. Your 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth dot. 1, 2, 3, fourth dot is your quartile 3. Draw a line so I know. And that would be 35. And then your last dot is your maximum, right? And this is your minimum. I guess I should label it. Your maximum is 45. Now, does my number line end at 45? No, my number line ends at 50, but there's no dot on top of 50. It's just a longer number line. You have to look where your dots are, not where your number line is, where your dots are. That's like the number one mistake kids do, is to look at the number line. Nope. So our maximum is 45. So here it is. Minimum is 5. Quartile 1, lower quartile, is 20. Median, quartile 2, is 25. Quartile 3, also known as upper quartile, is 35. And then your maximum is 45. That's how you read a graph. Given the graph, now give me the data. Now, one more thing. Your range. Your range is your maximum minus your minimum, which we went over yesterday. The maximum is 45 minus the minimum is 5. So 45 minus 5 is 40. So the range is 40. All right. Ooh, something else I got to go over with you. Okay. It's called the inner quartile range. Okay, the inner quartile range. So this is the regular range. The regular range is like your minimum to your maximum. That's your range. The inner quartile range is the range from these two, the quartile 1 and quartile 3. The inner quartile. So inner means inside. So inside the quartiles. Here are your quartiles. So inside of these quartiles. Inside these quartiles, it would be Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is 35. Q1 is 20. What's 35 minus 20? 15. So the inner quartile range is 15. The regular range is 40. So inner quartile means inside. Range is the traditional range. All right, I have to close the door because Rocky left it open. And we're back. Okay. So now you're going to be doing a very similar worksheet to this one. Today, we're going to do this one together right now. Okay. We're going to do this one because it's a little harder to see than the other one. So, all right. Okay. So here's the data. Okay. It's already graphed for us. The first question is write the first quartile from the given plot. So first quartile, that's Q1. Okay. Second question is what is the range? Third question is what is the third quartile? So quartile 3. Now what I want to do, so the first dot is called the minimum. The second dot is called quartile 1. The third dot is quartile 3. The fourth dot is quartile, this is quartile 2. Just kidding. Jumping ahead. This one's 2. This one's 3. And then that's your max, right? Okay, so quartile 1. So that's this one. So I'm going to draw a line. Let me make it perfect. Here's a target envelope. So I'm going to draw a line. Okay. So here it is. It's 3. 3 point what though? How many little lines after? 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. So you see how it's the third little line up there? So quartile 1 is that third little line right there. So quartile 1 would be 3.3. What would be the range? Well, the range is the maximum minus the minimum, right? So the maximum number, let me draw it from this dot straight down. And the minimum. Okay. So what's the maximum? What do you guys think the maximum is? That's right. It's 4.7. So 4.7 minus what's the maximum? The maximum is pretty easy to see. 3. So what's 4.7 minus 3? That's right, 1.7. So the range, regular range, not inner quartile range, is 1.7. Now quartile 3, trust me, your worksheet from today is going to be a lot easier than this one. This is why I decided to do this one with you. It's easy. So we struggle together. So what does that little longer line mean? Let me zoom it in. So what is quartile 3 equal to? What is that number right there? Yep, 4.5. Okay, so that's rating the graph. We'll do one more together, super quick. All right, here's another graph, but it's a little easier. So this one's your minimum, first dot. Second dot is your quartile 1. Third dot is quartile 2. Fourth dot is quartile 3. And then the last dot is maximum, right? Those are your dots. So what is the median? Medium is another word for quartile 2, okay? What is the maximum? Wait. What is the interquartile range? Interquartile range is quartile 3 minus quartile 2. Okay, so let me draw some lines. We're going to need, oh, sorry, no, not quartile 2, quartile 1. Wow, some mistakes today. All right, so I need quartile 1, I need quartile 2, I need quartile 3, I need maximum. All right. Quartile 2. What number is quartile 2? Quartile 2, what's that number? 189. Maximum. What's the maximum value? 200 and what? 204. Now, inner quartile range. Quartile 3 minus quartile 1. quartile 3 is 199 minus quartile 1 is 181. So what's 199 minus 181? 199 minus 181 is 18. Okay. All right. So got those right. Yes, I did. Okay. So this is going to be your worksheet. Okay. I'm going to take a picture of it and post it. First quartile, maximum, median, medium. What is the least number of smartphones distributed? Least means minimum. And then write the third quartile from the given. Okay, so it's pretty easy. I think a lot easier than the one we did together. The numbers are a little bit easier to see. I'm going to draw some arrows so you can see them clearly. All right, I'll see ya. If you have any questions, reach out.